up the ghost, I propose a toast. Jump on the boat, I teach you to float. What? Give what you got, let's go get some more. Out on the coast, we all live in po. What? Give up the ghost, I propose a toast. Jump on the boat, I teach you to line up, ride up, fire, higher, rise up, king me, sire.
What is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today me and Julia decided to get a little freaky with it. We decided to make our own versions of the McDonald's McGriddles. We got pancakes, bacon, eggs. Julia's just eating pancakes because she doesn't like bacon and eggs. And the question is, do I use like hot sauce, habanero sauce, because I like my mouth to hurt and there's bacon and eggs on there? Or do I use sugar-free maple syrup because it's pancakes? This is the hardest decision that I've faced so far today. I think I gotta do 101. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna swallow my ego on this one. McDonald's got it better. McDonald's got it better than we got. I'd rather go to McDonald's. Anyway, bro, about a year ago, I dropped a video with the exact same title as this video, and it killed it. You guys loved it. It got a bunch of views and comments. And because of that, I wanted to follow it up with a part 2 and give you even more ideas how you can make the same type of transformation that I made. Like when I was in my early 20s, man, I was broke. I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And I've gotten to this point where I run multiple successful businesses that are growing very quickly. I have multiple employees that work for me. And if I can help some of you guys do that in your life too, like, why not? All right, number 1, you're steady scheming. It's funny, man, when it comes to dating, I think most guys realize that you don't get the girl by overanalyzing the situation, right? You just go up and you ask her out. If you sit back and you wait for the perfect moment, you're never gonna get a girl. That being said, for some reason when it comes to business, most guys believe that this is the right way to do things. Like I can't tell you how many of my friends or other dudes I've met come to me and they say, you know, I really want to change jobs. I don't love my job, but I need to do more research into finding the right career. I want to ask for a raise, but I have to wait to the right time. I love what you're doing with the app and the clothing line. I want to start a clothing line too, but I need to do more research and make sure that I target the right niche. Look, I've made a lot of mistakes in my 20s, but one thing that I've done consistently well is that when it comes time to make a big change in my life, I just do it. Like when I graduated college, I became a software engineer. It was a safe job with a good salary. And then one day I decided, you know what? I want to be a personal trainer. So I got my personal training certification and I quit my job. I was not prepared. I took a massive pay cut up front. But if I hadn't done that, like that was my first step to going out on my own. If I hadn't done that, I never would have got to where I am today. Even with my fitness app, I just launched the Beastly app. We were in development for 4 or 5 months. And honestly, I could have spent another year, tweaking and optimizing little things until I felt fully prepared. But it got to a point where I was like, all right, let's just launch this damn thing. I picked an aggressive date, like 7 days away. And to be honest, for that last week, neither myself or the developers slept barely a few hours each night because we were trying to make sure everything was ready that we could accept new members. And when we launched it, some things went wrong. For example, there was a bug on the iPhone where if you tried to subscribe in this app, that the app crashed. And we got thousands of support emails. It turned out being something that wasn't even our fault. It was Apple's fault. But the point is, we never could have been prepared. There was always going to be some issues during launch that came up. Not to mention, now we have, over 8,000 guys in the app, which is insane. And because of that, we've gotten so much feedback that we know exactly what to improve. Me and the developers were already working on the first big update, and we're going to add a lot of things. For example, exercise substitutions, where you can customize any program that you're on and easily swap out the exercise. But we never would have got to this point. Not to mention, we never would have made all the revenue we've already made if we kept waiting to make sure we were 1,000% prepared. I'm lucky enough to know a lot of other successful entrepreneurs, and all of us have the same thing in common. We don't waste a bunch of time scheming and making sure we're fully prepared. Like, we'll just jump into a new project and then figure it out. So right now, if you're contemplating a big career move or business move, just do it, bro. You're never gonna be prepared. And if you don't do it now, you don't have the balls to do it, you should probably just give up, because no amount of scheming is ever gonna make you feel prepared. So we got a big squat day coming up in the gym today. The pre-workout is starting to hit. Yo, what the? Do you guys see that? Did I hit a bird or something, man? That's a weird looking bird, man. Holy shit! It's a box of Taz Conley. Where did this come from? It actually still looks like it's good too. You know, it's actually great timing because I just ran out of my last box. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna partner with Taz Conley to be the sponsor of today's video. In case you're not familiar, Taz Conley is straight up the best skincare system for men. Apparently it also just drops from the sky sometimes too, but it's simple, it's easy to use, and it works. So if you sign up, you're gonna get a box just like this that contains a variety of different creams and lotions that have been formulated specifically to work together and give you clear, healthy skin that looks good and makes you more confident. For example, you're gonna get this daily face wash I use every morning. You're also gonna get their AM moisturizer. I also use this every morning, especially during the summer because it has sun protection. And the coolest part is all of their products are made from top of the line ingredients like collagen and eucalyptus, but it's still extremely affordable because they sell directly to the consumer. And because they're sponsoring the video today, if you click that first link in description, you're gonna get an even better deal on your first box of Taz Conley. And once you're a member, you're gonna get exclusive access to new products. For example, they just dropped this moisturizing, quick drying hand lotion. Highly recommended. So today we got week 5, day 2 of the upper lower split in the Beastly app, and it's a good old-fashioned leg day. Even though it's not really old-fashioned, it's also not going to be that good or that fun, but it is a leg day, and we're going to stop procrastinating and we're gonna get her done.
Think I might start a new religion, what you say? Caught a vision riding my bitch the other day. We was in the ship, driving sticks, switching lanes. Had to stop and get a shake from the Milky Way. Shooting for the stars, had to fucking hit the brakes. Never knew I was talking to myself when I prayed. Grace try to come for the boy, but I'm safe. Can't see your point of view, money in the way. Ooh, dipping up. If you wanna live, bitch, get it up. Eyelids on me like cinema. I move around like I'm invisible. Nah, not regular, smoking on nebula, out in Temecula, vision molecular, look in your retina, computer teching ya, I'm way ahead of you, you just the necking ya. Line up, ride up, fire, higher, rise up, king me, sire, try us, die us, sign up, time up, for us, buy us, no more, buy us.
Alright, number 2 is what I like to call the 50% equation. By far, one of the most common pieces of advice I hear on Instagram and YouTube today is find something that you're passionate about, then find a way to make money doing it. And this is something that I kind of agree with. Like, when I decided to become a personal trainer, it's because I was passionate about fitness. After that, I became really passionate about reading self-improvement books, and I self-published a handful of ebooks on Amazon.com. Some of them were Amazon Men's Health bestsellers. After that, I became passionate about listening to podcasts, so I tried to start a podcast, didn't really go anywhere. And, you know, eventually, I was really passionate about watching YouTube videos. I started my YouTube, and obviously, the channel has done all right. So I think this is actually very good advice when it comes to choosing a career or a profession. But here's the thing. When it comes time to release and create your own product or your own service, this is not the best advice, man, because if you release a product or service that you're passionate about, but there's plenty of other options out there, like, it's not gonna do well. The most important thing you can do is find something that you're passionate about, so you're excited to work on it, but it also needs to fit a need in the market. It needs to fill a void that is missing, because that's gonna make it easy to get sales. For example, when I was selling those books on Amazon, they were well-written, polished books that sold okay, but ultimately it wasn't enough for me to make a lot of money. When I got started on YouTube, you know, just like every other trainer out there, I was releasing my own PDF workout programs or even my own members portal workout programs. And again, I made some decent money off of them. They were good programs, but there was a lot of other options out there. With Edge, this is like the prototypical one. Everybody wants to have their own clothing brand. It's fun to design clothes. We all like clothes. And look, I think the Edge clothes, this is a prototype tank top, by the way, but I think Edge is like the dopest clothing brand out there for, you know, athleisure wear. But at the end of the day, there's a million other options out there, and because of it, we have very, very slowly grown Edge. It's doing well, but by no means was it an instant success. To be completely honest, I think the Beastly app is the first product I've offered that has done this very well. Like I said, there's a million different guys you can buy online programs from,
And most of those are just PDFs. Some of them might be members portal websites. There's even a few apps out there. But here's the thing, those apps are very basic. And yes, they might give you some meal ideas and some workout routines, but they don't have the personalization that we have. They don't have a food library to track your macros. They don't keep track of your weights and force you to use progressive overload in the gym. Like the Beastly app is quite literally the only app that does that. And because of that, I didn't even have to market it that hard. I just kind of had to let you guys know all the features that it has. And it was by far the best launch I've had ever in terms of how many people downloaded the app and signed up for a subscription, and in terms of how much revenue I made. Another really good example of this is my buddy Max Tuning and his Sour Strips company. Like, there's a lot of other sour candy options out there, but his is the only one that is social media driven, and it has really like clean, fun branding behind that, and it's been super easy for him to scale that up. Like, people don't even need to know who he is. It just looks like amazing candy. I mean, it's also pretty amazing candy, to be honest. So bro, when it gets to be that time that you're ready to launch your own product, rather than just doing what everybody else is doing, try and find something that's missing, like these examples that I've given you, because that's gonna make it exponentially easier for you to make a lot of money. Feels good, bro. It's been a minute since I've skidded on camera for you guys. It's been a minute since I've ridden that bicycle. It's also been a minute since I've eaten at Chick-fil-A. I mean, on camera. Technically, I ate at the same Chick-fil-A last night, and it was delicious. And I just blew my own spot up. I ate a lot of Chick-fil-A. It's true. Speaking of minutes, it's also been a minute since I've told y'all how much I love and appreciate every single one of y'all. Seriously, if you're watching my videos, man, it means quite literally the world to me. Beast Nation would not be Beast Nation without you, bro. Unfortunately, they don't allow you to sit at their tables because of COVID, so I gotta sit on this kind of sketchy looking thing and eat out here. Still get to eat Chick-fil-A, so I'm not mad. I got a grilled chicken club with bacon, pepper jack cheese, some fries. I got an 8-piece nugget in here, and of course, last but definitely not least, Diet lemonade. And also a delivery order for Julia. She regrets to inform you that she could not make it to the end of this video. She actually didn't tell me to say that. I'm gonna go ahead and add that into the Beastly app. I actually ate the exact same thing last night, so I can just go to my meal history and then search for Chick-fil-A, add that to my dinner for tonight. I know breakfast has chocolate chip pancakes, but I use that meal as like the base for the McGriddles. As you can see, I'm in the green for proteins and fats, but I still have quite a bit extra calories and carbs to go after I film tonight. That's why I love this app, man. It makes it easy. All right, number 3 is the freedom paradox. So, when you're looking at your favorite influencers or entrepreneurs online, what do you see? You see a lot of these tropical vacations to Ibiza or Bali. You know, they're balling around in their Tesla or Range Rover or G-Wagon, and you're like, damn, man, that seems like the life. These guys they have so much freedom. It's awesome. And freedom is what attracted me to this type of work and this type of lifestyle. I really hated, you know, the office life where I had to show up at 8 a.m. I had to leave at 5 p.m. I had to do what my boss told me, and I had no control over my schedule. But here's the thing, man. The people you see doing this fall into one of two categories. Either they don't really have that much money saved up, they're not making that much money, and they're just blowing it all on these vacations. And along in that category is people who go to Southeast Asia or South America because it's super cheap, and they call it being coconut rich, right? You can live on like $200 or $300 like a king in these places. It doesn't necessarily mean they're making a lot of money. Now, the second group of people are people who actually are making a lot of money, and they have big businesses, and they can afford to ball out like this. But I can tell you, in that case, you're seeing the highlights, right? If someone really has built that successful of a business or multiple businesses, the amount of hours that they put in to do that is astronomical, bro. And this is what I mean by the freedom paradox. Like right now, I have full, complete freedom over my schedule at all times. No one can ever tell me what to do, but you have to realize a regular workday for me is not 9 to 5. A regular workday for me is like 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. at night. And during like launch periods, it's probably like 7:30 a.m. to midnight. And by the way, I do not take weekends off. Like, I probably take off one day per month, maybe, if I have like a family thing or something. So if we do just a little bit of math, we can see that I work from 77 to 112 hours per week. And look, I'm not trying to brag about grinding hard, or I'm not trying to complain either. Like, I love this life. I find the work I do so fulfilling. I know that people see my videos and it motivates them and it helps them, and my programs do too. Like, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, but you gotta realize at the same time, it's not just tropical vacations and fun times at the gym, bro. And this is true for every entrepreneur I know. And that's the freedom paradox. If you want to build a business that not only supports you but makes you wealthy, yes, you have full freedom over your schedule once you get there, but in order to get there, you almost have to give up all of your freedom and dedicate your life to growing this thing. And that's why I kind of want to wrap up with a reality check. If you decide to go down the path of working for yourself and trying to be an entrepreneur, be prepared to work harder than any of your friends. Like, in order to be successful, you're gonna have to put in way more hours than at any 9-to-5 job, or even jobs that, require 80 hours a week. I live and breathe this shit, man. Like, it drives Julia crazy, but when I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm only thinking about the first thing I need to work on in the morning to take Edge or the Beastly app or the YouTube channel to the next level. And I just want to make sure you guys don't buy into this idea of the 4-hour work week. That's a marketing scheme, man. It is not reality. Anyway, I gotta run this Chick-fil-A back to Julia before it gets chilly. But if you're still watching this video, smash the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, click subscribe and turn notifications on, because I drop 2 new videos every single week and you do not want to miss them. I will talk to all of y'all in the next video. Stay beastly.